Swimming, yippee!
Hello guys, Dobar dan, salam alaikum. As you can see in the background, I am packing for my next trip, which will take me to the Rakitnica Gorge in the Bielašnica Mountains. The Rakitnica is a river which arises in the Bielašnica Mountains nearby the small village of Umuljani. And from there it goes approximately 30 kilometers down southwest until it mounts into the Neretva River near Konjic in the Herzegovina. And on this way, the canyon or the gorge could go down to 800 meters deep. And the path through it is not all hikeable, so there are certain stretches where you would have to swim if you want to cross it. And you can already guess that this would take a certain equipment. So let's see what I have to pack to cross this canyon.
So let's start with the backpack. It's pretty new. I've got this backpack from Ortlieb. It is said to be absolutely waterproof. We will see that in the gorge, but of course I will test that before in a basin nearby. The good thing with this backpack is when you see in the outside, on its outside it has these flaps all over where you can fix these rubber straps, so you could fix additional equipment on the outside of the backpack. Of course, if it comes to the swimming part, I have my shorty, neoprene shorty of Palm. I have a life jacket and I have a helmet for stones, or when I hit a stone with my head. I have packed all my additional equipment in waterproof packs. Like I have a medikit in here, I have additional clothes in here. Then it comes to my sleeping section. It's quite big because for me it's essential to have a good overnight sleep, since you would need the energy for the next day if you have a tough hike, an exhaustive hike. Then you would have to sleep well the night before, it's pretty clear. So I have my hammock, I have a top of 3 to 3 meters, I have a sleeping bag, I have an isolation mat, I have 2 pairs of gloves, I have pepper spray for stray dogs, which are quite common in the area. I have a water bottle, I have my knife, I can pack my money in my phone in the waterproof pack too. My kitchen, my eating section is absolutely essential. It has just this expedition food, some fruit bars and this spaghetti. I cooked that with a small stove, a small pot and a small stove from Trangia, the Swedish company. I have just the burner of Trangia, this is enough. Some liquid to burn. Of course I have a headlight. And the best thing I just found out, there is a copy shop in Sarajevo which could print maps on plastic, so it's waterproof. No rain can harm it, no water can destroy it. I pack that now and then I test it in a basin. I do a first swim test with it and then let's go to the Rakitnica Gorge. As you can see, it swims perfectly. I have this line here, it's not getting lost. Hey, good morning guys, dobro jutro. It's 8:20, Thursday, 26th of July. I am starting now my way through the Rakitnica. In the back you can see the entrance. The river you can see here has not much water at the moment. Let's see how it is more deeper into the gorge and how far I can make it. The weather is nice. The probability of rain is predicted with 60%, maybe some thunderstorms. Let's see how it develops when I'm in the gorge. freaking cold. My mother would kill me if she would see me. Well, you can regard me a coward, but I will for sure not jump into that pool with my backpack and everything and try to swim through that. I mean, I could swim through that, but I wouldn't jump in. To be honest, when I'm alone, I'm not a crazy bastard. Hey guys, I am now approximately 3 kilometers deep in the gorge. I'm here at this small and tiny bridge over the Rakitnica, which is an official hiking path. I'm taking a break now here. I'm filtering some water, cooking some tea, eating something, and then proceeding further down the gorge. I'll take for rest. I take that nice little pond over there, and then let's see how it is looking further down. Hey guys,
I'm now 3 kilometers deep in the Rakitnica Gorge. Filtered me some water from the river, cooked it for 3 minutes, made me some tea, ate 2 fruit bars. Sunny weather. Still, I checked the weather forecast. Still some thunderstorms are predicted in the afternoon, occasionally, but generally good weather. And regarding the trip so far, objectively seen, for one man alone crossing it, the Rakitnica, it is tough, quite dangerous. I'm not saying that to make it bigger than it is, but you have to be concentrated all the time. You have to take care for so many things. If it comes to the swimming or walking in the river, in the creek, you have suddenly really deep holes behind stones. You have shaking stones underwater. You can get caught with your foot underwater between stones. I had that already. It's not predictable. And then you saw how narrow the gorge can be, the canyon can be. So if you are in such a narrow stretch and you have a thunderstorm with heavy rain, you can imagine how quickly the waters can rise inside that stretch. And then you get shot like a cannonball down the river, except the fact that I have, in opposite to a cannonball, I have to breathe from time to time. And then, of course, also if you walk left and right to the river, it's very rough terrain. It's not easy to hike, especially with a backpack and a lot of weight on your shoulders. It's approximately 15 kilos. It's not too much, but it makes your feet shaky. And then I always watch out for snakes. I haven't seen any so far. I didn't encounter any snake by now. I hope it stays like that. I don't want to meet any snake. I'm fascinated by nature, but it's good to see snakes in a zoo. With many greetings to my friend Thomas Tönke. And yeah, but it's, on the other hand, it's quite beautiful. I've been warned by many Bosnian friends that there's bears and wolves and snakes. Yes, that might all be true, but the chance to run into a bear or a wolf is quite small. And I think the biggest danger in the gorge is getting in trouble with weather. When the water quickly rises, then you are really in trouble. So I'm always looking, while walking down or hiking down, I'm always looking for possible exits, and I mark them on my watch and in the map, and I am always checking. From time to time I send my position to my friend David, who is monitoring the whole thing, and to my friend Enes here from Bosnia. And by that way I want to greet some folks in Bosnia and in Germany. First of all, my first greeting goes to Thorsten at the Topfit gym in Löbau. Then special greetings, very special greetings, go to the marvelous guys from the Planet Fitness gym in Bogoszcza. Keep on rocking, guys, and of course ladies. And I also want to greet Fikret Karovic, who is my guide here in Bosnia. Very good guide, stationed in Sarajevo. So see you later when I'm hiking down a little bit further. I have a gorgeous view from here. Down there I have to go. I don't know so far how I will do that. I think I circle around here and then try to find a way further down. That looks good. First eatable mushrooms this year. If this is not a nice Boletus edulis, ein schöner Steinpilz, dann fresse ich einen Besen. I'm in the river again after a hike of maybe 2 kilometers through dense bush. I will take another break here to mark my position
on the map, and if I have some network, my mobile phone, I will send this position to David. This can be really deep. Wow. What am I doing here? Wow, I just ran into a wasp nest, which was somewhere in a dead tree. I didn't realize from the beginning. Suddenly, they were really aggressive. I got bitten 3, 4, 5 times on my back and on my head. This is how I try to get out of the gorge, since you will see later my shoe is broken and I cannot proceed with a broken shoe for the next 2 days. And it's not a little bit broken, it's really broken. And there was this small creek leading down or up as you wish from or to the Rakitnica, and I am in that now and try to find my way through that Bosnian jungle, which is, as you can see, a pleasure. But there I see some daylight. I hope not to stumble into a family of gorillas.
Hey guys, I'm out of the gorge again. I made it down the gorge approximately the first third of its full length to Tichin Do, where the things took an unfortunate turn. First of all, I ran into a swarm of wild bees or wild wasps. I couldn't see that too good, and I was not interested in examining it more closely. I got immediately attacked by the insects. Fortunately, I had my life jacket and the neoprene shorty, so they could only attack me with the arms, and on my head I got approximately 5 to 10 stitches, and the worst thing is I had to jump uncontrolled into the riverbed, and while doing that, landing in the river, my shoes got damaged. So the sole of one shoe was just torn off and the other one damaged. I guess they were not too good from the beginning. And then I had to, in that moment it was pretty clear that this was the end of the trip. I could not proceed further down another 20 kilometers with one broken and one nearly broken shoe, so I had to get out of the gorge somehow, and I found near Ticino, I found a small ditch, possibly 1 meter wide, which led up to the wrong side. I later discovered to the Vysočica side. It was overgrown, it was full of dead trees and overgrown with all kind of weed, not the kind you can smoke, but like with a thick dense bush you see in the video. It took me 2 hours to climb up the first 300 meters with that ditch, and then I luckily, after some searching in the forest at night fell, I found the trail, the Vučko trail it is called, and I followed that Vučko trail to Bobovica, where my friend Enis picked me up with 2 bottles of hot tea, Majčina Dušica. He brought me a fresh shirt and some cookies. So he somehow, it was late night then, it was 11:30. I was totally done. And then I had a good sleep at home, like a stone. And there were some lessons learned from that. When you want to proceed further down the Rakitnica, it's good to do this with 2, 3, or 4, even 4 buddies. I'm not saying that you can't do that alone. You can do, of course, but for the moral and the psychology, it's much better to have some friends to talk about the dangers and also sharing that beauty of that amazing beauty of that nature. So if you want to proceed further down, take some 3 or 4 buddies with this. Was just any way to this tour was to discover how I could make it further down and how it is feasible to cross the whole gorge. And the next thing is the pressure in the gorge is, when you are alone, is really high. Well, you have to look out for snakes, you have to look out for shaky stones underwater, you have to look out for the weather. Then if it comes to the equipment, take as less as possible into the gorge. The more package you have, I had this waterproof bags around my neck and all these things just around me. This is not good. I had 15 kilos of luggage, maximum 10 would be good. So you have to reduce the luggage you take inside, the equipment you take inside. And last but not least, waterproof equipment is extremely important. Pack everything in an additional bag, waterproof. The water goes everywhere inside your baggage. I will do another attempt, of course, maybe in September. Depends on how I can find some buddies who go with me and also who are able physically to cope with the gorge. Thanks for watching. I hope it was not too boring for you. I hope it was a little bit entertaining. Thank you for watching. Ma salame, do widzenia, vidimo se.